Okay, hello class. My name is Stacey Witt and I'm doing my case study on the Austrian Alpine Avalanche. Not totally sure how this program works, but we're going to give it a shot. Okay. Alright, the content of my presentation, I will go over information on this specific avalanche. I'll talk about the people that it directly affected, the effects of planning and management strategies, the physical process of avalanches, and the learning outcomes from this avalanche. Okay, so about the Austrian avalanche. This avalanche happened this year on January 5th, so not too long ago. It occurred in the Austrian Alps at the Solden training camp. This is a camp, it's the European training base for the United States since 2011, and it's also the venue for the annual season opening World Cup ski races. The avalanche actually started off of the Kogel run. I don't know, it sounds Austrian or something. Which is a 3,056 meter run. What happened was 6 skiers left the prepared slope, which is that Kogel slope, and they veered off to the side, and that's what set off the avalanche. The consequences: 4 of the 6 skiers escaped the slide unharmed, but 2 American Olympic ski prospects died. So they were 2 of America's brightest young skiers. One of them was Ronnie Burlack, and he was 20 years old, out of Franconia, New Hampshire. His mom said he absolutely loved skiing, it brought him alive. The other who died was Bryce Astle, one of his American teammates. He was 19 years old, out of Sandy, Utah. He wrote, "I have an engraved passion for skiing that will last for the rest of my life." It's pretty sad. So what happened was they ignored the risks, and that has to do with planning and management strategies. I think consistent with a lot of what we've learned in this class, anytime people ignore the risks of the hazard that is affecting their area, that's when, the damage becomes costly. So the group of 6 skiers veered off the practice slope. The altitude there was 9,850 feet. That day, an avalanche alert had been declared for the Tyrolean region. It had been following days of heavy snowfall and mild temperatures, which are factors that contribute to avalanche. So the avalanche forecast for that day had indicated a considerable danger with a level 3 rating. The skiers chose to practice. They veered off the trail that they were supposed to be practicing on, and they were skiing without beacons, which is, if there is an avalanche, they can activate their beacons. Let's see. And that will help them, help the authorities be able to find them, track them down, and potentially save them. But they chose to ski without them, and they chose to ski on an area that had high avalanche warning for that day. I read that 90% of all avalanche accidents, the accident actually happens because the avalanche is set off by the victim or someone in their party, which means that they were probably veering off of a trail or ignoring risks and things like that. I don't know, let's see here. So this link is supposed to take us to, yes. This was in the Tyrol avalanche warning archives that I found, and this was the warning for that day, Monday, January 5th, 2015. As you can see here, it has a level 3 danger setting. Talks about the avalanche danger here. It says, let's see. The danger level is considerable over wide-ranging areas. The major peril stems from freshly formed snowdrift accumulations, which are prone to triggering and can release even by minimum additional loading. Avalanche-prone locations are found on steep slopes in all aspects. So, as I said before, the weather had been warm and there had been plenty of fresh snowfall, so I'm having troubles with this system here. Okay, I think we should be back on track. That all contributed to this avalanche happening. So what is an avalanche? An avalanche is any mass of snow, ice, rock, and or soil sliding down a mountainside. They're comparable to landslides except for obviously snow instead of just earth. Snow gains speed and power as it slides down the mountain. These masses of snow and chunks of ice can be very heavy, and as they go down the slope, they're going to get more powerful and they're going to start going faster. I think it's like speed times acceleration, mass, velocity, all of that stuff. Whoa. Okay. Three main factors that affect occurrence of avalanches are snowpack, weather, and terrain. So snowpack talks about, there's different levels of snow. There's snow, and then as it snows, there's a new layer of snow. And each layer of snow has different properties. It'll be more dense, less dense, more packed. Some will be icier, some will be fresh. So what happens is the bottom layer of snow sometimes can't support the top layer of snow. So if that layer was less dense or warmer, then maybe it will crush and then the top layer will fall. Or what can happen is, in this case, the top layer, it was all fresh snow and it was melting fast because the warm weather. So that all contributed to that avalanche, which was one of two kinds of avalanches. It was a surface avalanche, which is where the top layer slides off the deeper snow layer. The other kind of avalanche that can occur is a full depth avalanche, and in that case, all of the snow from the top all the way down to the earth's surface just crumbles and falls down the mountain. Goodness. Learning outcomes. So pretty much nothing new was learned about avalanches from this specific scenario. There had been warnings and there was a level 3 risk danger, associated with skiing that slope that day. I think what we can really learn as far as avoiding the hazard and risk and, danger to your life is that you should ski safe, stick to the trails, don't be veering off, especially when there's avalanche warnings. You should abide by those warnings. Besides that, you should take the safety precautions. Like I said, they were not skiing with beacons, so that made them incredibly hard to find, and that did, they didn't find them in time. They were found buried under 3 to 4 meters of snow, and they just couldn't be revived. So, yeah, that's my presentation. Avalanches, like all of the other hazards and disasters that we've learned about, the best way that you can avoid risk is to just be prepared. Thank you.